You're a stranger here, aren't you? I know everyone in Tian's Landing, and I've never seen you before. I would remember you. You should turn right around and leave this town. Trust me. Everything in Tian's Landing is falling apart. Sheng, the local minister, is helpless to deal with all our troubles. You should get out while you can. I am Gufu, Great One. Some call me Gufu the Sweet, though I don't know why. I usually smell like the fish I sell. Perhaps they are making fun of me. But now, there are no fish to sell. I have lived in Tian's Landing all my life, but now, I'm ashamed to say, I wish I lived somewhere else. Everything in Tian's Landing is falling apart. Sheng, the local minister, is helpless to deal with all our troubles. You should get out while you can. You don't know? The Great Dam has been opened, and now the river's level has dropped. It's too low and fast to navigate. Without the river, we are nothing. The merchants can't buy goods from the Imperial City. The traders can't sell to the outside world. The men cannot fish, and our children go hungry. And if that wasn't bad enough, we have the pirates to worry about too. They've been raiding the countryside, taking prisoners to sell into slavery. The dam is downriver from us. When it was closed, it slowed the flow of the river, causing it to back up and the water level to rise. But with the dam open, the water drains away too quickly, and our river, the lifeblood of this town, has become a trickle. The river has no fish, and the ships can't navigate it. The dam was built nearly 20 years ago, causing the river to rise. Now the dam is open, and the river has fallen so low no ships can navigate it. Tian's Landing cannot survive without the river, but nobody in the town dares to go into the ruins to close the dam. The ruins are haunted with the spirits of the dead. It's bad luck to speak of such things. Old Wei in the town might tell you more. He's too old to care about ghosts and curses, but I have enough bad luck already. A generous offer, Great One. But the gate leading to the ruins is locked. If you want to close the dam, you'll have to get the key from Minister Sheng. I'm sure he'd be glad to give you a key to the gate. Nobody else will risk going into the ruins because of the ghosts. There's a road off to the right just beyond this tea house. Keep following it up until you reach the town square. Minister Sheng is usually there. Of course, Great One. I would be honored to answer whatever questions you may have. Airship? I have only heard of such things. Graceful ships that sail through the air? I've always longed to see one, but I'm just a simple peasant. Perhaps Minister Sheng would know something of this. He once lived in the Imperial City. I have heard the skies above it are filled with airships. What is it you wish to know? I'm afraid I don't know, honored stranger. You should speak with Lishan the Talkative. If anyone would know the tale, he would. You could probably find him wandering around the town somewhere, wasting time and looking for people willing to listen to his stories. Minister Sheng is the duly appointed minister for this region. He is trying to hold the town together as well as he can, but it is not easy. Take care of yourself, stranger, and be glad that you do not live in Tian's Landing.
Good, you're here. We can continue where we left off before.
You've got unfinished business with us first.
There are important matters at hand, yet you fellows keep interrupting. I'm surprised you're this eager to get another beating so soon.
This time we brought some friends to even up the odds.
Longsword! Ha! Heavenly Wave! Legendary Strike! This is all you are! Heavenly Wave! Legendary Strike! Longsword! Ice Shard! Legendary Strike! Heavenly Wave! Longsword! Iron! Ice Shard! Legendary Strike! This is all! Longsword!
You certainly look like Lee's top student, though there's something odd about how you fight. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't matter. The sailors won't bother us again. We can get back to business. Sun Lee gave me instructions to await you if anything should happen. I have prepared for this day for well over a decade. The full extent of what the glorious strategist knows is beyond my mind to comprehend. He is without peer. All I know is that I had instructions to wait for you. Sun Lee asked me to seek a piece of a special amulet he wanted you, his prize pupil, to have. It was broken apart and scattered when the Spirit Monk Temple fell. He intended to, and I assume he did, give the main piece to you. Rumor placed a smaller part with a fleeing apprentice monk, but it had been some years and the trail was cold. I eventually learned the monk had fled to Old Tien's Landing. He was there a year or so, but died of lingering injuries and was buried with his possessions unsorted. It was rushed at the time because the new dam was due to close and Old Tien's would become a watery tomb. The amulet was beyond reach, so I came here and waited. Now the Lotus assassins have drained the lake and exposed the ruins of Old Tien's Landing. It seems they are searching for this piece of the Spirit Monk amulet too. The Emperor is privy to much. I don't know his motives, but any aid to you is likely a threat to him. You must go to the ruins and find the amulet piece meant for you. I choose to believe that my service was valuable and vital. You would have come here eventually. The amulet would draw you at least. It is coming on 15 years now. As I said, I learned the location of the amulet after the monk died in Old Tien's. It has been difficult serving and waiting in silence. My assignment is to give you information to help you acquire the amulet. I will gladly answer whatever questions I can. I only know that I had to find the piece I was tracking. I did so. It is in the ruins. You must find it before the Lotus assassins do. You will need it to help your master. The gates leading to the ruins are locked, but Minister Shang can give you the key. You can find him in the town square, the highest point in Tien's Landing. I suspect the minister is eager to have someone investigate the opening of the Great Dam. You can use this as an excuse to get the key and explore the ruins. You are wise to ask. It is a difficult but essential skill to master. Spirit Thief is always useful. It is common to get run down or injured during battle, and you can tire yourself even further concentrating your chi to aid yourself. When you are feeling such a drain on your resources, switch to Spirit Thief, and each successful blow will restore you slightly. The drain will not hamper your opponent, however. If you power through an opponent's guard with its strongest attack, it can briefly immobilize an enemy. During this, you can concentrate and increase the restoration. If you use that time to attack with another style, be careful. Your opponent may not be as vulnerable as they seem, and one must never be overconfident of victory. My assignment is to give you information to help you acquire the amulet. Pirates have raided local villages using flyers, swooping down like locusts. Minister Shang said he would stop them, but his promises have done nothing. You can find Shang near his still smoldering office in the center of town. I'm sure he will welcome your assistance, even if your reasons are your own. It is said that the water dragon is the shepherd of the dead and a symbol of life and restoration. Beyond that is philosophy, and not for a soldier to know. As you see, I know little about the celestial powers. I knew less before Sun Li asked this service of me. I thought such beings were beyond physical assault. I was mistaken. I don't know how the attack was made or what blade could cut the heart from a god, but I do know that any man who would attempt such a plan is arrogant beyond imagining. I am unimportant, but I promised I would aid you as best I can, so ask your questions. There is little to tell. I served him years ago in the Imperial Army. I was a tracker and a soldier. I was not at Dirge when it fell, but I heard the tale of Sun Li's death. But I refused to believe he was dead. In time, my faith was confirmed. He sought me out and told me what really happened. I swore my loyalty to him on the spot. I revere him as a teacher, and I revere him. Even when he ordered me to distant lands, my loyalty never wavered. But I am tired. I long for an end to my service. Sun Li is a great man, driven by greater goals and ideals. Sometimes his gaze is lifted so high that he does not see what is right in front of him. We who serve him are sometimes forgotten, left to toil in obscurity until the time to act is thrust upon us. So it was with me, waiting for you. That would be a question for him, wouldn't it? I can only say that Sun Li devoted his life to raising you, to one day right the wrongs in the Jade Empire. If he wanted to keep some small part of his own life and thoughts for himself, who are you to question that? Everyone must have their private side. My assignment is to give you I am unimportant. I cannot. I have done my part. I have given Sun Li my loyalty, and devotion. Now I am empty. I have nothing left. I see an end to my long service. I welcome it. I will give you what guidance and information I can, but that is all I will do. Remember, go to the ruins and claim the amulet before the Lotus Assassins do. You will need it to survive the trials that lie ahead.
Hello, young one. My name is Quan, but everyone calls me Old Mother Quan. I'd like you to call me that too, okay? Welcome to my tea house. Oh, that's not right. No, not anymore. Sorry about the confusion, dearie. What I meant to say was, welcome to Master Dutong's tea house. Yes, I owned the tea house for many, many years. At least I thought I did. But then Master Dutong came to town with that imperial writ. Oh my, wasn't that a shock? Turns out his family owns this land. They have for hundreds of years. The land is his along with everything on it, so now he owns my tea house too. He was nice enough to let me stay on here as a helper. I steep the tea. Yanwan takes the orders, and Master Dutong, well, he mostly just drinks his wine. No one knew. This was just an empty patch of rock for hundreds of years. Who would have thought the Empire had deeded it to anyone? But Master Dutong came along with his writ. Now, why would I do such a thing? I can't even imagine anyone being so horrible they'd forge an imperial writ. No, I'm sure the land belongs to Master Dutong. That is very nice of you, my child, but what could you do? I would love to have my tea house back, but it belongs to Master Dutong now. You can't argue with an imperial writ. All this talk is just the rambling of an old woman. Put it out of your head and enjoy yourself. It may not be mine anymore, but this is still a fine tea house.
Dutong says he hired me because I'm big as an ox and just as smart.
This tea house has gone downhill ever since Three Sheets Dutong took over.
Well, no, we're here for you. Uxun work for near, so you're here for.
If you want tea, have a seat. The serving girl will be by directly if I don't fire her first, the useless wench. I should have replaced her the day I took over this tea house. I am Three Sheets Dutong, proud owner of this quaint little tea house. I recently acquired it from old Mother Quan, the elderly lady steeping tea over there in the corner.
You want me to throw this troublemaker out in the street, boss?
Don't be stupid. You saw what she did to those sailors. The only way you'd hurt this young lady is if she broke a nail while punching you in the mouth. Forgive my guard. His intentions are good, but he's a bit slow on the uptake. I'd love to answer your questions, but that would interrupt my drinking. I'm afraid that isn't acceptable. Oh, certainly. The Imperial Writ is 400 years old, and I just carry it around with me all the time and show it to complete strangers. Please. The writ is locked safely away, as I told Mother Quan. I'm not about to bring it out on your request. Now, if you will just leave me to my drinking. What a truly horrible thing to say to me, especially when I'm sober. The very notion that I, 3 Sheets Dutong, could do such a thing is, well, it is unthinkable. Your accusations grow tiresome, stranger. You have no proof that I cheated old Mother Quan, and I don't see any reason to continue our conversation. So thank you, and goodbye.
Hello, greetings, welcome. My name is Steeper Yanru, and I'll be... No, that's not right at all. Idiot! I'm Barkeep Yanru now, not Steeper Yanru. I'm sorry about that. I still can't get the hang of this new position. Sometimes I wish old Mother Quan still owned the tea house so things could go back to the way they were. Old Mother Quan used to run the place until Dutong bought it. Well, buy isn't quite right. It's complicated. Talk to Mother Quan if you want the whole story. I used to steep the tea here. They called me Steeper Yanru. But now Dutong says I'm going to be the new barkeep. I'll have to give out advice and wine in equal doses. I shouldn't speak ill of my boss, but I don't trust him. Maybe it's because he's not from the town. He just showed up one day with that Imperial writ and took over. That Imperial writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Quan lost her tea house, waitress Yanwan is busier than ever, and I spend all day giving out foolish advice. Sure. Just remember, I'm pretty new at this. I'm still practicing. Let's try this one. Every bureaucrat knows a tree grows toward the light, but a rock grows not at all. I have no idea. Dutong just had me memorize a bunch of wise sayings. None of them make much sense to me. Maybe they'll sound better if people drink the wine. The wise man will always remember that falling leaves spiral downwards, but only until they rest on the earth. That Imperial writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Quan lost her tea house, waitress Yanwan is busier than ever, and I spend all day giving out foolish advice. Mother Quan saw it, though her eyes aren't too good. Most of us didn't bother to give it a look since hardly anyone in the town can read anyway. What? You mean it wasn't real? That means Mother Quan should still own the tea house. Problem is, Dutong's already shown everyone the writ and now he's got it locked away. If you're right, he'd never bring it out again. There's no way to prove he cheated Mother Quan. That might work. It would probably help if you get him drunk first. That's something I can help you with. Dutong's always having me send over wine. Usually I mix it with water so he doesn't get too drunk too fast, but I could start sending it to him unmixed. It won't be quite that easy. I've watched Dutong for quite a while, and when he's drinking, he usually goes through 3 stages of drunkenness. Dutong gets very friendly when he starts to drink. You might get a confession out of him then, but I doubt it. He's not really all that drunk at that stage. Usually after about 7 bowls, he slips into depression and sorrow. He complains about how his life is worthless and what a bad and sinful man he is. Not a pretty sight. By the 9th glass, he starts to get paranoid. You can't really talk to him then. Usually around that time, I try to slip a restorative potion into his glass to sober him up. The restorative tastes pretty foul, but it does the job. Works instantly and makes a man sober as an imperial judge. Dutong's guard keeps a vial handy at all times, just in case. The guard gave me a few vials so I could slip them into Dutong's wine when he starts to get paranoid. Keeps him from getting out of hand. Good, good. Go speak to Dutong. If he's not drunk enough or if he's too drunk, come back and see me and I'll mix him up another drink. We'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then old Mother Kwan will be back in charge and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice. You should speak to Dutong. No problem. We have two sorts of wine here. Peasant's wine and Imperial seasoned spirits. The peasant's wine is pretty weak, but that's usually what Dutong drinks. The Imperial seasoned spirits are a lot stronger. One bowl of that is worth 3 bowls of peasant's wine. And if Dutong gets too drunk, I have the restorative to sober him up. One drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? One drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? One drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? Good, good. Go speak to Dutong. If he's not drunk enough or if he's too drunk, come back and see me and I'll mix him up another drink. We'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then old Mother Kwan will be back in charge and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice.
What do you want? You come to mock me? Come to laugh at the tragedy that is the life of Three Sheets Dutong? No, not the writ. Let's not talk about that. It's my secret shame. Just the thought of that writ brings tears to my eyes. It tears at my poor, miserable soul. Yeah, you're a good friend. I could trust you. You'll understand. Oh, I'm a despicable person. A bad, bad man. The writ, it's a fake. A forgery. I made it all up!
Boss, what are you saying? I better sober you up.
Oh, I hate that restorative potion. Oh, that stuff tastes like vomit baked in a glaze of goat hair and garnished with a sprinkling of horse dung. And now I have the strangest memory, as if I... Oh no. Did I say anything to you, stranger? Anything about, oh, I don't know, an imperial writ? What? No, I never said any such thing.
I heard what you said, Dutong. I knew you cheated Mother Kwan out of this place, and now we have proof. You can't get out of this now.
Ah, I see what you're after. Oh yes, Three Sheets Dutong was not born yesterday, or the day before that. Indeed, we are speaking the language of commerce. I will give you a great deal of silver to keep this little secret from getting out. Lots of silver for both of you, if you keep quiet about this.
I don't know, Dutong. I could really use the silver, but Mother Kwan is such a nice old lady, I'm just not sure what to do. Right, of course. What was I thinking? Old Mother Kwan's a good woman. She deserves to have her tea house back.
Boss, people aren't gonna like us when they find out what you did. Maybe we should get out of here.
That's the smartest thing you've said since I hired you. Let's go.
Well done. It'll be nice to have old Mother back in charge again. You should tell Mother Kwan she got her tea house back. Now things can go back to the way they were.
I knew you would make the right choice. We share the same master, and he taught us both well.
Hello again, dearie. I hope you're having a nice time here in in Master Dutong's tea house. A forgery, are you certain? That scoundrel! No wonder he left here so fast. Cheating an old woman out of her hard-earned living. The very nerve. People, listen to me. Master Dutong has left. This brave young lady exposed him for the fraud that he was. The tea house is mine again.
Hooray for Mother Kwan! Her tea house is back in business!
You've given me back the only thing I ever cared about. And you've done a service for this town, too. I'm going to turn this place back into a respectable quality tea house. I don't have much. The only reward I can offer is my humble thanks. That and a promise that you will always be welcome here at Old Mother Kwan's.
I may be drunk, but that doesn't mean I am a drunk, because I'm not. Well, just a little bit. But I'm brave, too. I'm going to go close the Great Dam and save the town. I'll be a hero. That'll show 'em. Well, that'll show 'em all. I just need another drink to get my courage up. Wine! Someone bring me more wine!
You've been saying that for 3 days, Rue. Minister Shang's already looking for other people to close the dam, and you'll look a fool after all your boasts.
I doubt that man could open a door, never mind a dam.
Those sailors are the worst. They're rude and crude, and they don't keep their hands to themselves.
Captain Ing says we can't come to the tea house, but I don't listen to him anymore. You bringing me a drink? No? Then go away. Look at these town folk glaring at us. It ain't our fault we're stuck here.
Wosansieto no go boko. Wo kuketita sumpono, sukokot awokatia, wo nofatasia. Niwupa ia kupusa ia awat kraka ia nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napiat shatia uko. Piat shatia kraka ia nano uksaro wo nofatasia. Ikakahia wo no kakike ia wo shathia oka uki ia ayayuya wai. Wo so awi ia ni tu uksumpuno. Piat shathia kraka ia nano uksaro wo no fatasia. Wasrafno sositu no ko ota napia ifa ia ok. Kutkosi wiwa ia, wo nawa ia, ifa wia o ka wikino. Wo noa ia sususatia sonsifonia sonsi ifok. Niwupa ia kupusa ia awat kraka ia nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napiat shathia uko. Wo noa ia sususatia sonsifonia sonsi ifok. Ia. Wo ia kukuania sinia ia. napia shatia kraka ia nano uksaro wo nofatasiya. Noko wo ifawia ok kun one wipifia. Kutkosi wiwa ya wo nova ya ifawia ok ta wikino. Wasrafno sositu noko ota napia ifawia ok. Wo kuketita sumpono, sukokot awokatia, wo nofatasiya. Niwu sosawa ia wak, tasi no ni nano yota napia ifawia ok. Kutkosi wiwa ya, wo nawa ya ifawia ok ta wikino. Tofaria wo saya, wo kokokapikita wo saya sawa fonia ak. Oknikofia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ya wo yowia. Ia. Wowo ia kukwania sinia ia. Ika kahia wo noka kike ia wo shathia oka uki ia ayayuya wai. Ni wo sosawa ia wak tasi noni nano yota napia ifa ia ok. Noko wo ifawia ok kun one wipifia. Woso awi ani tu uksumpuno. Utatsa ia oka yowe ia fonia sisa ia trusta pafawe ia towia.